week, finishing with 110 yards. It's the Saints and the Lions.
Of 06, welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night. 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The first 2 months. Season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 20. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Goff now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On play action, Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game than they practiced all week. If they fail on that 3rd down play, that brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. The Lions at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
14 yards that time for number 14. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the 50, it's Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Man open, here is Jones.
Quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. They'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his 2nd drop right here in the first quarter.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Saints will have the football back.
All right, Mr. Fantasy Champion, we just saw him fake a field goal, and the kicker has the opportunity to throw a pass. He completed it, but not for a first down. Does anyone get any points for that?
No, he just gets some pride going back to the sideline saying he completed a pass as the kicker. But the big thing here is they didn't get enough for the first.
2nd and 6.
Throwing his Wentz. Eluding the press. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Aleem McNeil.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Here's Wentz to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball.
Brown.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
On second down, Montgomery looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Wentz now on first down. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Now they'll run on the draw. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And the Saints are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door.
Wentz going to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Wentz now on third and goal. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second and 10, Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall in. Go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Ficken's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Zach Dysert strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Christian Watson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Josh Allen, strong in the win as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Play action, it's gone. On the move to his left. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here we go on 4th. Gone. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Going up the gut, Montgomery, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's going to be a loss of 10 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That's taken it around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. The offense
with this group right now, this is a hungry group. And they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
On 1st down, it's gone. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Ficken for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 9-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Wentz.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and saying, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, it's Wentz. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Romeo Okwara, his 2nd sack of the night.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 11. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Aleem McNeil
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A give. This is Montgomery, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17.
On the ground, it's Montgomery, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.